Hey man, what's up? What's going on YouTube? And I'm back with this video because we're here to talk about this guy that got killed over a Madden game that they was betting on. I don't know what's going on that end, but we about to see why.
You can see by the intro, we got a lot to uncover today. In Louisiana, a suspect that go by the name of Tommy Diamond had ended up taking his life after barricading himself inside of a home. This was reported yesterday, but it happened 2 days ago, June 2nd, 2023. He was wanted in connection of a local robber in Louisiana that go by the name of Highway Youngin. Now, according to authorities, Highway Youngin lost his life over Madden. But after further investigation and an arrest, authorities claim this is a trickle-down effect between two rap groups called 313 and the Force, which included the Louisiana rap star J.D. Youngin, who passed away in 2022, which was only months after an alleged rival rapper lost his life in a gruesome fashion, hiding out at his girlfriend relative's house. All in all, authorities claim between 2021 and 2023 alone, this war claimed 3 to 4 local rappers and at least one bystander. So in this video, you can expect us to cover all the above. We're going to keep it in order and talk about the first public record, according to authorities, that happened in 2021 and work our way up to the latest incident that claimed the life of a local rapper in June of 2023. Going over this will also include the 3 to 4 rappers who lost their life and also local bystanders, not to mention the most noticeable rapper, J.D. Youngin. So before we uncover this one, remember family, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. In Roseland, Louisiana, there was a party going on outside on a local trail. And you know how it is, family. If you're going through things in your community, going to a local event, you could possibly see your rival. And in this case, 2 rival groups was in attendance. Now, these rap groups was allegedly street gangs as well, according to authorities.
Look, this is the dumb shit I don't understand. If you beefing out in there, this somewhat like the same, somewhat. Guy named Swipe, he made a party and shit. Got killed in the party. If you beefing out here though, yo, why the fuck is you attending any parties you beefing?
Now, as I mentioned in the intro, these groups was called 313, which included J.D. Youngin and the Force. These 2 rap groups see each other inside the crowd and instantly have a shootout. Now, unfortunately, that shootout caused the life of a young mom that go by the name of Zion Hutcherson. May she rest in peace. I love condolences to her family.
That's my baby girl, 21 years old and full of life. And just gone. Just no more life. No more life.
Still in shock, a Baton Rouge family is trying to understand what led to a weekend shooting on the North Shore, killing a young mother. Good evening, everyone.
Damn.
I'm Katie Moore.
And I'm Sharice Gibson. Zion Hutcherson was visiting Roseland when gunmen shot into the crowd, killing her.
And as Mike McDaniel explains, what was supposed to be a fun outing with her sister turned into a mother's worst fear.
Damn.
It could happen to anybody.
Yes, it can.
It could have happened to anybody.
To Yvette Bethely, that anybody is her daughter, Zion Hutcherson, who was killed during a weekend shooting in Tangipahoa Parish.
That's some news you don't ever, you can't even, I still don't even, I can't even find the words.
The 21-year-old from Baton Rouge drove with her sister to attend a trail ride event Saturday night, just outside of Roseland.
I just said to my daughter, drive carefully, I'll see you later. And I don't see her no more.
Damn.
Authorities say during that event, multiple gunmen started shooting into a large crowd of people on Vernon Town Road.
All of a sudden, they pull out freaking AKs. I'm talking about they spraying this up. They spraying this. Okay,
An eyewitness who recorded this video says she's not sure what caused the shooting.
These boys, dudes, whatever they wanted, they came out there and decided they wanted to just, I guess, shoot up the crowd.
Several people were injured, but Hutcherson, who was studying to become an x-ray technician and phlebotomist, was the only one killed. Her death leaves her 1-year-old daughter without a mother.
Damn.
She loved her baby very much, too. We went through a lot to get her. She was premature, 2 months premature. So, and I have her take care of.
Bethely says her faith in God is keeping her going.
Even her senior picture class of 2017.
While holding on to memories of a daughter she describes as bubbly, beautiful, and kind-hearted.
Even during the midst of all this, all you see if I can smile, because that's all she do. She just made me smile, you know, and she made everybody smile around her.
Mike McDaniel.
Homeboy should have never been in it.
So sorry for this family. So far, there's been no
He
word
crying
on
in the
arrest
video.
connected to this shooting. We reached out to the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office for any updates, but our calls were not returned.
Now it would be almost 5 months later when authorities would start to make arrests with both groups. On the last week of April of 2021, Tangipahoa authorities claimed the trail ride homie suspect was arrested, and also shines light on gang activity. Now, more than 6 people was arrested, which included J.D. Youngin as an accessory. Now, family, remember Tommy Diamond, who we said at the very beginning was held responsible for the local rapper who lost his life just last week? Well, he was one of those 7+ individuals who was arrested for the Trail Park shooting as well.
Authorities on the North Shore arrest 2 men accused in a drive-by shooting and say one of them was also wanted for second-degree murder in connection with a fatal shooting during a Tangipahoa Parish trail ride last August.
Dang.
They arrested LaQuantre Turner and Armin Burnett Jr. The Tangipahoa Sheriff's Office says the men fired into a trailer occupied by a woman and a small child on April 20th along Mashan Road. Both were booked with aggravated assault by drive-by shooting. However, Turner was also booked with second-degree murder stemming from the shooting along a trail in Tangipahoa. Investigators say rival local gangs shot at each other in a field, and an innocent bystander, 21-year-old Zion Hutcherson, was shot and killed. Police have also arrested 4 other people in connection with that case.
Man.
Now, since that incident, rappers from both sides has been making music and dropping music videos and sending hints of each diss. Now, as we mentioned, the biggest artist was J.D. Youngin. He had a hit song called 23 Island that managed to get hundreds of millions of views.
I wouldn't even mention this. If whoever I would even try and hit at, I wouldn't even, but you know what? Niggas be out here trying to get views, man.
YouTube and counting.
This shit keep piling. No bag, right, no deposit.
Now, when J.D. Youngin was arrested in 2022 as an accessory, his first track after being on bond on supervised release was a track called First Day Out LLC. It's a freestyle that managed to get over 13 million views and counting. In this video, he also showed his blue Corvette, which played key on how he lost his life later in the video.
I'm a walking shooter, nigga. Should've been on Call of Duty. I can go and step up by myself, ain't got a compass.
Now, since the release of that song, the next incident will be a rival of J.D. Youngin and his clique allegedly being gunned down in his hometown at a girlfriend relative's crib. Now, according to authorities, the first rapper that was confirmed was dated on June 13, 2021, when it was reported that a Louisiana rapper was shot dead by members of a rival group. This happened in Bogalusa, Louisiana, which is also the hometown for J.D. Youngin. The rapper was later identified as 19-year-old Michael Brock. Authorities claim White and Taplin, 2 other 19-year-olds, was held responsible, as White was the driver and Taplin was the shooter at the door with an AK.
Damn. That rivalry between 2 rap groups led to the murder of a man who was hiding out in Bogalusa. After days on the run, 2 men accused of the crime are now arrested. And as Mike McDaniel explains, police are thankful the shooting didn't leave more people dead.
Balloons, candles, and bullet holes in the door of apartment 6 at the Union Point housing complex in Bogalusa are reminders of what happened early Monday morning.
It's senseless.
Captain David Miller says 19-year-old Michael Brock, a rapper from neighboring Tangipahoa Parish, opened the door after hearing a knock. Miller says Brock came to Bogalusa because he was getting death threats from a rival rap group.
He thought maybe I can come to Bogalusa and lay low a little bit, and apparently they followed him here.
They are 19-year-olds Cordavian White and Taj Taplin. Miller says White drove the car, and Taplin is the one who was outside the door with an AR-15 assault rifle.
There was a lot of bullets fired, and it's scary.
Miller says more than 10 shell casings were found.
A neighbor who did not want to go on camera says he's still shocked about what happened. During this shooting, Miller says other people were also inside the apartment, including a 7-year-old. And it's a miracle no one else was killed.
Miller says that 7-year-old witnessed the shooting. Other folks we spoke with at the 92-unit complex say their sense of community is broken and were too afraid to go on camera.
When violence like this strikes, not only does it affect those that are involved in the violence, but it affects everyone around them.
Thursday, White and Taplin were pulled over during a traffic stop outside of Houston, Texas. That's when authorities say a struggle ended with White's arrest and Taplin escaping. After a high-speed chase into Louisiana, Taplin was arrested near Lake Charles. Miller says none of it should have ever happened.
Now you have a 19-year-old young man that will never live his life, and 2 other 19-year-old young men that very, very well spend their life in jail.
Right.
And what did that solve? What did that? I mean, it didn't solve anything.
In Bogalusa, Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
Both White and Taplin are said to be brought back to Bogalusa to face second-degree murder charges. The Bogalusa Police Department credits teamwork between local, state, and federal agencies in tracking both these men down.
That next month, the rapper number 2 will be the biggest of them all, Jada Youngin. July 28th, 2022, Jada Youngin will be shot up alongside his dad after his opposition spotted his blue Corvette outside of his home, which was also in his first video release since being on bond. His dad had survived, but unfortunately, Jada Youngin had lost his life. May he rest in peace and loving condolences to his family.
A double shooting in both.
And like, yo, I don't be understanding, like, man, that's just a blue car. Maybe he got it wrapped or whatever. But I'm sorry, yo. You're not about to see this car anywhere. You're not about to see that car anywhere because, like, I had that bit cooped up, but, you know, it's rap life. Niggas ain't really thinking about that. But you got ops out here, man. It's too...
Bogalusa leaves a local rapper with a large following dead.
That's like Young Dog.
And another person hurt.
Authorities identified the victim in last night's shooting as Javoria Scott, who goes by the rap name Jada Youngin. Josh Robertson is live in Bogalusa this morning.
Good morning, John, Meg. Yeah, the Bogalusa Police Department say that they got a call at about 6 o'clock yesterday evening in the 600 block of Superior Avenue. That is just a few miles from here. We're told that 2 people were shot, and one of them was 24-year-old a local rapper by the name of Javoria Scott, who does go by the name Jada Youngin. Now, the rapper was born in Bogalusa and has an incredibly popular following, up-and-coming rapper with over 1.3 million monthly listeners on Spotify alone. Now, he released his debut album, Misunderstood, back in 2019. He's released several mixtapes as well. The other victim, we're told, is a close family member of Jada Youngin, Javoria Scott. His name was Kenyatta Scott Sr. Now, authorities say he is believed to be in stable condition at the nearby hospital here. About an hour after that double shooting, police say they got another call at around 7 o'clock about another shooting at the 800 block of Marshall Richardson Road. That's less than 4 miles away from the original shooting that killed Jada Youngin. And we're told that a vehicle was damaged by a gunshot there, but that no one was injured. Authorities do believe that those 2 shootings are connected. And any new information, of course, we'll bring it to you. We're told that investigators are working leads, getting interviews right now, investigating this crime here in Bogalusa. But of course, we will be out here. Any updates, we'll bring them to you right here on Fox 8. You can also get more information on fox8live.com. But for now, reporting live here in Bogalusa, Josh Robertson, Fox 8, local first.
All right.
You're just showing everybody
After
what
Jada
you
Youngin
drive.
lost his life, a person on the opposition side had ended up making a music video that had a line that indicated he spotted a car and shot the windows out as well. This group was part of the force. They had a track called Dot Me Up that managed to get over 36,000 views and counting.
Catch you legging in their car and shoot the windows out their bitch. You still catch me in the trap. Contemplate now to get rich.
Now the gang that was also affiliated with Jada Youngin, 313, had wasted no time and responded. Now the rivals was so disrespectful that in the beginning of this music video that we'll later see, they played the music clip of the news of the guy who was a rapper losing his life while hiding out. It was a track by 313 AC titled Long Live Baba, who Jada Youngin will also mention in a lot of his music.
18-year-old Michael Brock, a rapper from neighboring Tangipahoa Parish, opened the door after hearing a knock.
Now the next incident will be also the demise of the third rapper, according to public knowledge. This happened on May 29th, 2023. The rapper was named Highway Youngin. His last track was released last year, and a track titled Better Days that have a little more than 7,000 views and counting.
You gonna take it? I got demons I ain't facing.
On May 29th, 2023, Topanga detectives was investigating a shooting of the demise of an 18-year-old boy. That victim was later identified as the local rapper, Highway Youngin.
Trying to piece together a teenager's death. This comes after an 18-year-old was found in a neighbor's yard suffering from a gunshot wound before later dying at the hospital.
WGSU reporter Ariel Broomfield joins us now to walk us through what we know so far. Ariel.
Well, ladies, the victim, 18-year-old Calvin Felton, I'm told, was a local rapper who loved his family. His mother shared with me earlier today that he was battling mental health issues and often had episodes. Not sure exactly what happened or who killed her son. She's now left with regrets.
The only thing I just...
Wait, stop. Don't skip this video because I've got great news for you and your hair. If you are tired of losing...
Hated that I didn't tell him I love him or give him a hug that morning, you know, like I usually do.
Grappling with grief, Diamond Felton says she wishes things were done differently Sunday morning as she remembers her final moments with her eldest son, 18-year-old Calvin Felton.
That was a big part of my heart that was like, you know, damaged, crushed. But I know for sure that he's in a better place.
18-year-old Calvin Felton was a local rapper who loved his family. He was found a block and a half from his home, suffering from a single gunshot wound to his stomach on Martin Luther King Drive Sunday afternoon. His mother says her son had been battling mental health issues for months and was in and out of the hospital. She says she went to work Sunday morning reluctantly, not wanting to leave Calvin unsupervised because he often had mental health episodes. Not too long before he was shot, she says he caught her asking for his car keys.
The drug and the medication that he was on had him kind of like in and out. And he was just battling a lot of demons.
Chief Jimmy Travis with Tangipahoa Sheriff's Office says they are looking for a suspect, and it's unclear still exactly what happened.
This
As
man was
neighbors
in
who
the
found
streets.
Calvin say they never heard a gunshot.
It appears that he possibly was shot elsewhere in the neighborhood or community behind us, and he just happened to walk up there where he collapsed.
His mother says it's likely he encountered someone outside of the home while having an episode, and that person shot him. His family is looking for answers.
All he wanted to do was be a successful young man.
That was my baby. That was my love, my first male love.
And the Tangipahoa Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who has any information that can help move this investigation forward to give them a call. Back to you.
Ariel, thank you for that report.
You at 5 now.
A little less than a week later, TPSO M1 suspect fatally shoots himself after a standoff with deputies. It was also later confirmed that Tommy Diamond, as we mentioned, was also on parole for the trail shooting that happened in 2021.
Teenager was shot and killed in Hammond. The suspect, a few days after a teenager was shot and killed in Hammond, the suspect also died. It happened during a standoff with Tangipahoa deputies, and the sheriff says the suspect took his own life.
Dang.
Alyssa Curtis is joining us live in Hammond tonight, and officials were able to locate the suspect because of another fatal shooting from a few years ago. Is that right, Alyssa?
Katie, that is correct. The suspect, 26-year-old Tommy Diamond, was out on bond stemming from the 2020 killing of a young mother. He was charged with second-degree murder. That happened at the Roseland Trails, and he was wearing an ankle monitor because of that case. Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office was able to track him to a home in Kentwood where he was barricaded and he was negotiating with deputies for hours before he shot himself. 26-year-old Tommy Diamond barricaded himself in this home at the edge of Kentwood on Bridgemore Road.
And he armed himself, barricading himself in the home, and he allowed everyone else to exit the house.
Tangipahoa Chief Jimmy Travis says deputies spent about 4 hours trying to get Diamond out of the home, but he wasn't letting up.
During that time, he kept basically making comments that he was going to commit suicide by cop. He wanted to die. He was going to take his life. He wasn't going to jail.
They lost communication, then heard a gunshot. The sheriff's office sent in drones and discovered Diamond's collapsed body from what they believe was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Our whole intent when we went out there was to peacefully apprehend him and take him into custody where he could go face the charges and not get into this type of situation.
Diamond was facing charges of second-degree murder, obstruction of justice, and contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. The charges stemming from Sunday's killing of 18-year-old Calvin Felton. Felton's family did not want to speak on camera Friday, but did tell us he was a funny, caring teenager who was very protective of his sisters. Felton's body was found in the yard up the street. The homeowner's daughter was visiting...
So I'm confused. Sorry. It's my disability. So was the guy not dissing the other side in raps? and he shot towards him, really his people, whoever he was around, and he just so happened to got the one hit, because that's what it sounded like. But and his shooter killed himself.